Hey, peace, love, and light to everybody out there. So today's video is going to be in regards to our subconscious, our DNA, and our cells, getting down to the cellular level of our being. I feel that those are the driving forces of what we experience in our lives, and it's important that we start tapping into those things. And yes, I get it, waking up every day with a positive attitude, knowing that your strength, is everything, and having willpower is absolutely awesome, or waking up with a smile on your face, all that shit is great. But at the same time, in order for you to truly get to where you need to go, you have to start doing some work. And it's not just about exterior things about life, as far as our being, but it's definitely about tapping into why we experience what we experience. And a lot of it is childhood conditioning. I will say this every single time, but a lot of the shit that we're experiencing at this moment is because of childhood conditioning. And in order for us to get to certain levels of ourselves, to a higher state of consciousness, to evolve into what it is that we need to do, because ultimately that's really our purpose here. The 9-to-5s, the partying, the having a bunch of friends, all that is great, but truly our only purpose here is to go through the healing process to see ourselves in a greater light. And so some of that is stemmed from how we have programmed ourselves and allowed ourselves to be programmed. And, it's important that every single day you start doing things that are going to, first of all, cleanse your subconscious, which is going to take some serious work on your behalf, because that's starting to take accountability. Why do I feel the way that I feel? Why am I so emotional? Why do I keep experiencing all these deja vus and experiencing the same experience but just in a different form? So a lot of that stems from how we have programmed ourselves subconsciously, which has led into our DNA, which has activated our cells in that form to where, let's give an example of somebody who feels that they're constantly unhealthy. They see that, they program themselves in a subconscious way to feel that, and so now their cells are activated into believing that they're unhealthy. So now they're going to start going through the processes of experiencing of what, being unhealthy truly is, with different sicknesses, having to take medication, whatever it is. So a lot of this and a lot of things that I've experienced, and I've had to learn this for myself as well, and I'm not a know-it-all, I'm just going off of my own personal experience, and I love sharing my own truth and knowing of how I have experienced these things, is, a lot of what I've been experiencing through relationships, through feeling lack of money, through whatever, was a lot of what I received from my family, childhood conditioning. And this is not blaming, this is just becoming aware of where I get a lot of my thinking from and why I experience what I experience. So it's important that every single day you find ways to start reprogramming yourself in affirmations, or, first obviously be aware of the emotion. And once you're aware of the emotion, ask yourself, why am I feeling? See how it makes you feel. And then from there, that's when you start using certain affirmations and things that are going to pretty much transform that old way of thinking into something brand new. And it has to start with your subconscious, because after you start programming yourself on a subconscious level, then that's when your whole body is going to start to take form, and then that's when you're going to be able to emit things out in a deeper and sincere, and live with more intent. So I would suggest that every single morning you first live in gratitude. Be in gratitude for every single part of your being, no matter what it is. You look in yourself in the mirror and you constantly have an affirmation that you give onto yourself. And then in regards to that, then you want to start asking questions of why, whatever it is, pinpoint one thing. And I always say, work on one thing. Once you've mastered how to do that one thing, then you enter into something else. Take your time, be gentle with the process, because that's ultimately why you're here. So then you find that one thing. Let's say it's, let's say lack of money, whatever. Why do you feel that you have lack of money, and why you're not prospering the way that you would like to in that regard? So if you do a history on how you were taught from your family of how you viewed money, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that they told you. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work your ass off in order to get what you want. All of these things. So all of that has calculated into your subconscious mind, which have allowed you now to experience lack. So, but the power in that is that in order for you to know what success is, or in order for you to know what it is to have money, you have to experience the lack first. So that way you truly have an understanding, because you've been there already and now you're going to enter into a new form of yourself. So never look at anything as being a negative. It's a beautiful process, and never be hard on yourself. But now you want to start transforming yourself. So they have binaural beats. Binaural beats are, because everything is energy. Everything is energy, everything is current, everything is always vibrating at a certain level. So now that you're aware of where it came from, now what you're going to do is you're going to transform it into something that you're going to create in a new system for yourself, as far as, you know, tapping into certain things. I don't know why I have such an itch. But now you're going to start tapping into things that are going to make you view money in a different form and a different way. So binaural beats is great. Write things on your mirror. Everybody looks in the mirror. Everybody lives in a vain world sometimes. So write things on your mirror to where it says, I am prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Abundance flows to me. Money flows to me easily. So now you're going to start using this vocabulary that is going to start shifting your ways of thinking.